Are you a numbers person? Well, here are a few numbers for you to think about. The first number is 5, TR5. So a Triumph TR5, very limited production span. Just after the TR4A had been out of production in 1967, the 5 comes in and is in production until late 68, 69. So not very long. What you get is the gloriously sometimes curved, sometimes chiseled TR4A style body, but that is in conjunction with that 2.5 litre 6-cylinder engine. Now, that's great. A TR5's 6-cylinder engine sounds absolutely glorious. TR4s, well, 4 pots and a little bit more, should we say, agricultural. Now, let's bear in mind that this car here is estimated at £45,000 to £55,000. So there we go from our TR5. We go over to our next number, which is 6, the TR6. Here we have an example which presents pretty much as well as that TR5 does. It has that same 2.5 litre 6-cylinder engine. It has the wooden dash, walnut in this case. The interior is lovely. It's a great looking car. The difference is that a lot of the nooks and crannies and the curves and bubbles and all that kind of thing have been taken away from the body, so we have a much smoother profile. So this is the late 1960s now. This is when people were looking sharp. People who drove this were probably very sharply dressed, men and women about town, and were loving life. So we've got an updated interior. We've got like I say, we've got that walnut dash. We've got a steering wheel, a later edition steering wheel here, which all looks magnificent. This car is estimated at between £15,000 and £20,000. Quick look over at the TR5 PI, £45,000 to £55,000. So, which one would I go for? Well, actually, once you're inside the car, there's not a lot of difference. Okay, so yeah, for me, I like the older style seats. And okay, we've got the fairly flat wood, or is it Formica? I don't even know, of the dash there. We've got a much smoother profile in there. But ultimately, the driving experience, I think, is probably going to be very similar. So for that difference of potentially 30 to £40,000, there's a lot of thinking to be done here. Personally, I love the look of the TR5, much, much more than the TR6. So if we were going on looks, the 5 would have it. But if we're going on value, I think it's got to be the 6. Because at that price, I'm going to get that similar driving experience. I'm going to get that similar club experience if I join the Triumph Sport 6 Club or other clubs associated with Triumphs. I'm going to get into the same things, but all I've got is a little bit of rarity value with the TR5. But look, that's a beautiful back end there. Let's have a look at the 6. Well, it's not bad, but it depends if you prefer Pink Floyd over there or Slade here. Slade sold a lot of records. Pink Floyd sold a lot of records. I think the car that I would go for, if I were asked which one would I like to wake up and find in my garage in the morning, I'd go with the 5. I would do. just because I like that more old-fashioned shape. But if I were buying it for myself, I'd be buying the 6. Both of them are glorious cars. This one now fitted with a 5-speed gearbox instead of the overdrive. Personally, I like the overdrive better, so I would probably fit or retrofit an old box to it with the overdrive. But yeah, what a difference a number makes. Thousands, tens of thousands of pounds. Either one is going to bring you rewards of ownership. You're going to love it. Me though, I think I suit the slightly rarer, perhaps more sophisticated 5. What do you think? I'm even wearing a waistcoat.